Hi everyone, welcome back to Frontline Lay. Today I've decided to do something a little bit different. As you can see on the screen, there's a ClickBank purchase receipt. Now this is from a guy called Michael Williams. So what I've had to do is just actually, to protect him, is take out his email address. But what we've done is we've had a few emails backwards and forwards, Michael and myself, and what we're going to do today is give him a call and just ask him about Frontline Lay and see how he's been getting on. Now he's expecting the call, so hopefully he'll be ready. So here we go.
Hello?
Hello. Is that Mike? It's Ross from Frontline Lay.
Hello mate, how you doing?
I'm alright, thanks.
Nice to get a call back.
That's all. That's all.
It's nice to speak to you, mate. What can I do for you?
Basically, just, you know, we ran through a couple of things in the email, and it was just to run through. I'm taping the conversation now.
Yeah, all right.
If that's all right. And I just want to use it on the site and whatnot.
Yeah,
so
no problem. Whatever questions you got, I'll try and answer them for you.
Firstly, it's just to say, if you can tell me and tell everybody else how much you've actually earned by using the Frontline Lay method, and also if you could, you know, fill in for people how much you've actually learned from it.
Yeah, mate, no problem. What it was, I was directed to your site from the Cashmaster blog. I don't know if you know about it.
I do, yeah.
But they directed me to it, and I had a good read around and decided to buy it. And I think I might have been one of the first to buy it, to be honest with you.
I think you were.
So I've had it for 2 months now. I started off with £500 in my account.
Right.
And then, since then, I've doubled it. I've actually doubled it. What I did was, I didn't use your advice on the staking 1% delay. I decided to expose 10% liability.
Right.
That's how I've managed to double it, you see.
Right. So you're finding that's working well for you, so you're not changing anything, you're just sticking with that?
No, I'm just going to stick with that. I find that works best for me, to be honest.
So you're comfortable with that as well?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. After reading your book, I mean, I read through it and I thought, God, there's a lot gone into this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You put a lot of work in and there's a lot of work in out to do, but like you said on your website, I mean, you know, if it takes 10 minutes, would you be comfortable putting your own money down? I thought, well, this geezer seems to make sense, you know what I mean? So I emailed you a couple of times to try and find out, and you were quite good, you emailed me back.
Mm-hmm.
But it took me quite a while to get the grips with it. It took me about 2 days to get the grips with it, and then from there I started off small, as I said. So yeah, I've stuck to your advice and just done 1 lay a day, really. It's been magic, to be honest with you.
So you feel now that obviously what you've learned within the methods which are in the e-book stand you in good stead now for all the future layers which you actually do place?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's given me great confidence, do you know what I mean?
Right.
Before, I'd had a try with a couple of other systems and they'd not worked and they'd been hit and miss, but after I got yours and I got really stuck into it, the first 10 lost straight away. And I was made up, to be honest. The first 10 lost, and then I had a loss after that, and then a win, and then a loss, but since then I've had another 14 off the bounce, lose. So I'm made up, mate.
Right, so you haven't...
Can't thank you enough, really.
So you've had the loss, but you haven't had 2 losses in a row, is that correct?
No, I've not had 2 losses in a row. No, just 1, and then I had another winner, i.e. loser, like lay loser, and then I had a loss. But then since then I've had 14 on the bounce.
Excellent.
So I'm made up, mate, to be honest.
Good, nice one. Other sort of racing experiences, anything you've ever done, like in the past, you know, you said you'd looked at a couple other lane systems or whatever.
Yeah, I've had a couple of other ones, but really, yours was only the first one that's been really in depth. Usually before I backed horses, you know how it goes, people back horses and lay and chop and change, and I've never really found anything that fit, to be honest.
Right.
But this one seemed to fit, and as soon as you ringing me back and we've had quite a few emails, I'm chuffed, mate, because usually you can't get hold of anybody.
That's it, that's the difference. Do you do any other sort of sports betting, football or anything like that, or...?
Not really. Maybe I look at a bit of football, but no, not really. I'm a horseman myself, you know what I mean?
Right, aren't we all?
Yeah, mate.
So you managed, obviously you're working through the system,
yeah.
You didn't find it too complex?
No, I mean, well, it took me a couple of days to get a grips of it because there's a lot of working out.
There is,
the spreadsheet that you're giving everybody sort of helped because that meant I could put everything down on paper. And then
Right.
I could really see what was down there, you know what I mean? And it helped me work it out, and they helped me go through the cars quicker.
You got
Yeah, I'm made up with it.
do you have any suggestions or anything which you would like to, you know, possibly anything which could be added to the book which might help novices? Or anything like that? Is there anything you could sort of see where you maybe struggled on? And
So, I mean, I've sent you a few emails regarding questions and stuff, so maybe it could be made a bit clearer, the 12-step process
right.
for people out there, but I'd just say, you know, once you get hold of it, stick with it.
That's it.
You know, you've got to stick with it. Too many people chop and change, and you know, you're going to get losses. It happens. It's part and parcel of it. But, I mean, the way that you've put it down and got it down in your ebook, I mean, it's great. You know, I'm confident letting those low odds ones now, and 9 times out of 10 I'm winning, so I'm well made up.
Good. What there will be is I'm actually rewriting the ebook as we speak. Putting in a couple of the little bits and pieces and clarifying some of the information in there anyway. So, like all clients and people who've bought the ebook, you will be receiving the new copy for free anyway.
Oh, that's excellent.
So, just nice to have. There's a few other bits and pieces in the pipeline. I'm going to be sending out emails to everybody to get in touch. It's going to be a better way for me to actually send emails out to everyone in one hit. And there's going to be like a newsletter and all that as well, so that'll be expected to come along soon. So just to keep everyone in the loop.
That'd be excellent, mate. Well, it's nice talking to you, and
yeah,
thanks for bringing me back. I really appreciate it.
That's all right, no problem, mate. All right, take it easy.
Yeah, see you
Keep
later,
up the
mate.
good work.
Thanks a lot.
See you later.
Cheers, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And there we go. So happy client. Job done.